All right, so I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this niche, but I wanted to do the honors of creating a video specifically on how to execute it correctly, because there's a lot of other people in the space creating videos and showing the same stuff, but they're not showing it the right way. So I'm going to do a full breakdown of exactly how this niche should be executed in a way where you can actually guarantee success and also have the highest return. I can literally show you how I'm getting this niche to pay twice as much as everybody else. So if you wait until the end of the video, I'm going to break down the exact step-by-step process that I've even started using for my own channels and how you can do the exact same thing for yourself. So I'm not going to waste any time, so let's just go straight into the video. Basically, what I'm talking about is the music niche, the music channel niche. Now, this is something that's been around for a very long time. All right, I remember literally 5 years ago, people were doing these like meditation channels, rain sound channels. They don't work anymore. All right, just full transparency, they do not work. They're very, very difficult. But if you're aware of what a pendulum swings from left to right, and sometimes something works really, really well, and then all of a sudden it goes to the other side and it stops working. The pendulum has been on the not working side for a very long time, up until recently. So now that it's kind of working again, I need you guys to understand how to actually execute it if you choose to pursue this as a niche. Super, super, super important. You pay attention to the end of the video, because I'm going to break down all the specifics of how to make it work, because if you miss something, you literally could fall into the trap of it just being another project, another channel that you started and never got anywhere with it. So please pay very close attention. Now, the music niche is broken down into different genres and also different application styles, right? You can do real music, and now we're in 2025, you can do AI music. And that is where the power of this niche has kind of reborn and why the pendulum has swung back to being lucrative, right? Because before, you either would have to pay someone to make original music for you, or you would have to actually use copyright-free music, which honestly doesn't work. You could never get monetized like that. So let's break down a specific channel that I found, and I'm going to show you a bunch of other examples as well to basically just give you more vision of how lucrative this actually is, and honestly how simple it is. I don't necessarily think that this should be someone's first channel or only channel. I think this should kind of be like a side project that you do in collaboration with a real cash cow niche, like a real YouTube automation channel, whether it be like history or science or animations, right? Do something that's real, but you can do something like this on the side, because it's honestly very inexpensive to start and really easy to automate. So at least you can have the side project that grows in the background, and you can kind of compound your income with something like this. So let's take this channel, for example. It's called Tranquil Jazz Melody. All right, I'm going to pull up the channel right here. So as you can see here, they have almost 100,000 subscribers. They have 340 videos posted, and they're doing a monthly volume of 4 million views every single month as of today. All right, so we see 27 million views they've generated since they've started. And by the way, when they started was literally 6 months ago. Okay, so 27 million views in 6 months, 94,000 subscribers. Now, let's break down exactly what they've made. I'm going to give you some figures here. I know for a fact that they are wrong, but just to give you a general idea. So, like I mentioned, they've done 4 million views this month with an RPM of 5.46, generating $22,000 this month alone. I promise you guys that is wrong. So this is just a general outline of how much it could be. This is a next level tool. It is amazing at most niches and most times, but the thing is, when it comes to longer videos like these, whether it's 3, 4, 5, 8 hours, they're not able to correctly determine how much the RPM is. So I promise you it is more, and I will show you guys proof. All right. Now, obviously, to make money with these channels, you need to be monetized. Now, I promise you guys that this channel is doing more than $5 per 1,000 views. And I can promise you this because I've actually started my own channel, and we've actually started already making money, and I can show you the RPM payouts. All right. One thing to note, I don't believe that anybody should do this channel if they're doing it organically, meaning starting from zero with a brand new channel. I don't have confidence. I don't have full confidence that this channel will get approved for monetization. Because the thing is, you not only have to reach 1,000 subscribers in 4,000 hours, that's one part of it. But the other part of it is that you also need to be approved. And that's the key. That's kind of where it gets very difficult, is actually getting approved for the monetization, the partner program. So to make sure that you don't have to worry about not getting approved and actually getting rejected, the best thing you can do is to start off with a pre-monetized channel. So I've been doing this for my students. If you are interested in getting a pre-monetized channel, just join my school community, send me a message, and I can set you up, all right? The advantage of starting with a pre-monetized channel means you already have passed this threshold. You don't need to worry about this. And that means the first video that you post, you will actually start making money. That's the key, all right? And if you do this with a quality channel, you're gonna be safe. And that's exactly what we do. So moving forward, let's actually discuss how much this channel makes. All right? How much it really makes and how much you can make if you execute it the way I show you. Now, 4 million views this month alone. All right. So if we do that and we divide that by 1,000, because YouTube pays us for every 1,000 views. Very, very simple. So we take 4.1 million divided by 1,000, we have 4,121. Beautiful. Now the RPM for this niche is, as we've shown, $4.52, which again is wrong. The real amount is actually $7 to $9. All right. How do I know this? Because again, I started my own channel and we have an RPM right now of $9. All right. So I'm just going to say conservatively on the bottom end, 7, on the high end, 9. And this is only for a 2-hour video. Okay. Going up even further, 3 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours. It's not going to increase it that much, but you could squeeze out maybe another $1 or so. And so you could even get to say $10 per 1,000 views. You guys realize $10 per 1,000 views is absolutely mental, especially for content that is extremely simple to execute. Extremely simple to execute. All right. And I'm going to show you exactly step by step how to do it. Now that I've proven, it's a very high paying niche because of the longevity. And I'm also going to explain why these videos work so much better than shorter videos as well. Right. But let's just break this down. We have 4,121, which is the division here of the total amount divided by 1,000, times $7 to $9. All right. So that is basically 28,800 to 37,000 a month. So instead of it actually being, like it mentioned here, 22,000, it's actually between 28 to 37,000. That is absolutely mental for something that is so low effort and probably 99.7% automated for this person. All right. Now let's see how much they've done in total, the total revenue since they've started the channel. By the way, 6 months ago. Okay. And I'm also confident they started a pre-monetized channel. There's no way anyone did this organically. It doesn't usually work like that. So 27 million is the total amount they've done. Divided by 1,000 is 27,000. All right. Then you multiply that by the $7 to $9 RPM, which gives you a beautiful $192,000 to $250,000. They've done upwards of $250,000 in 6 months by posting music videos. Not even music. It's not even real music. It's AI music. For the love of God, it's insane. So let's break that down into profit, because who cares about this number? We care about profit. All right. So the total cost for a video like this is around $20. Call me crazy. People are gonna be like, "What the heck are you getting these videos for $20?" Go on Upwork and post a job and say that you want someone to do this task for you for $20, and you will have people lined up to do it for you. It's very simple work. You can SOP the entire thing. SOP is a standard operating procedure. You can build out an order of operations for someone to do this. Go here, create the music, put it into CapCut, tie it all together. I'll show you guys how to do it, right? But that's the thing. It's not a difficult task. It's actually very redundant, very repetitive task, okay? So $20 a video, but they've also posted 340 videos. That's a lot of videos, right? So what does that total up to? $6,800. Let's just say on the higher end, God forbid you can't find some for $20, it's 30 or something. Let's say it's $10,000. To make back $250,000 is absolutely ridiculous. But keep in mind, many of you may also say, like, I don't have $10,000. They didn't spend it all up front. All right. The thing is, when you're starting with a pre-monetized channel, you will earn on your first video and you'll receive a paycheck from YouTube your first month. So let's just say you spend, I don't know, maybe $100 or $200 or $300 your first month. If you execute it correctly, you would have already made that back and maybe probably even some on top, right? So then you are starting to go into the profits, and you can start reinvesting your profits into more content. And now instead of spending your own money, you're continuing to spend the profit of the channel and reinvesting into the business, as you should always reinvest into the business. And now you're using the profits to fund and grow the channel, right? You don't even have to use your own money. This was probably not their own money. It was money that was garnered and received through the earnings of the channel. All right. Now, total revenue, $192K to $250K minus 6,800 is basically a profit margin of 98.9%, probably even more, to be honest. So is this a good niche? I'd say it very well is. All right. Now, what I really also want to explain to you is just the concept of these longer videos over shorter videos, just a super small crash course. All right. This is really, really important. The reason why these longer videos work so well is because YouTube is a search platform, right? So it's all about search and ranking. If you want to get seen above someone else, you have to give YouTube what they want. And what does YouTube want? They want watch time. They want people to sit on their platform and have the longest viewing session as possible. Now, with that said, who do you think they're going to rank? Now, say you had two videos. One was 20 minutes and one was 2 hours. If you got 20% retention on a 20-minute video versus 20% retention on a 2-hour video, which one do you think that YouTube would prefer to rank higher, right? It's all a ranking game based on giving YouTube what they want. And that's why predominantly longer videos do perform better, because of the fact that they just retain people typically longer on those videos, which in turn retain them longer on the platform. And that's all they want. It's such a simple game. But you have to understand how to play the game of YouTube. If you don't know how to play the game of YouTube, don't play, right? You're playing in the dark. And so that's just learning the rules of the game and applying the rules. And so that's why this method works really beautiful, because you can do these videos that are 2, 4, 5, 10 hours, but you're not doing 2 to 4 to 5, 10 hours worth of research and script writing and voiceover and video editing. You're basically doing something for maybe 20 to 40 minutes long and then looping it for about 2, 4 to 8 hours. It's a looped video. It's very minimal work. That's why I said you can hire somebody for $20 to do this work for you, because the initial work is only worth a few dollars, and then they just have to repeat that process over and over, render the video, upload it to YouTube. That's all it is. It's a very simple task, okay? So, little crash course, very important to understand this whole thing and how it works, because I can explain to you why this, like how to do this, but it's not about how to do it. You have to understand why, right? Why do these videos rank? Why is this so lucrative? Because if you don't understand why, the root of why this works, it's going to be very difficult to scale, right? So fundamentally understanding it is the best thing you can do. Now, what genres does this work for? I'm going to show you guys some really interesting ones, but the typical ones, meditation, the rainy cafe, cozy vibes, and also the productivity, deep work sessions, binaural beats. And also like you can go into different genres of cartoons and stuff and even do stuff like that. It's actually insane how much variety there is. So I'm going to show you a couple channels, all right? So here's the main one. There's this thing as well, SpongeBob Lo-Fi. Guys, yes, this has been going for a year, but they only have like 200 videos. Again, you can hire somebody to do a video a day. It's not that difficult, not that expensive. And again, it's doing like, right now it's on a very like low, which is fine. They fluctuate up and down, which is perfectly fine. But look at the total, all right? 20 million views. Just because it's not doing so good right now, they've already cashed out a ton of money. It goes up and down, that's fine. They would have reinvested this money into 5 or 10 other channels. So it's like, even though this channel is a little bit low, it doesn't mean it's not going to pick back up. And it also doesn't mean that they're not going to be able to invest that into other channels. They're also going crazy with lives, and lives are a totally different metric that's actually not measured. These views are different. And so this is just a whole other stream that they have, which is their 24-hour looping videos as well, these lives. So just incredible strategy as well. And then we have Retro Rhythm. Again, this is something that's very recent. They've only been on for 3 months, okay? And they've done a total of 1.6 million views, almost 1.7 million in 3 months. Guys, again, at $10 RPM, let's just say $10, that's around almost $17,000 in 3 months for posting study music, AI, lo-fi beats, which are just study music, like simple videos, okay? Then we have 2 videos, 27,000 views, 99,000 views in 2 videos. All right, that's incredible. And it's so simple. This is so close to the whole Lo-Fi Girl typical channel. Like, they were the OG ones. Now there's all these other channels popping up left and right, and they're doing incredibly well. Another one, Bluey. Bluey's like a cartoon channel for kids. Even this is doing incredibly well. All right, look at this, almost 1 million views with 60 videos on a recently opened channel with 1 month old. They've done 2 videos a day. They're so easy to make. Just the images, AI music, loop it for 3 hours, and post 2 a day. All right, almost 1 million views. Again, at a almost $10 RPM niche, that's around $9,000 for what? For very simple work, right? Now, another one, Cat Cafe. Look at this, 5.8 million views. That's $5,800 made in the last 5 months for simple work. And these are like, this is awful thumbnails, awful packaging. There's nothing unique. This is very like 2012 style packaging. So the fact that this still works just tells me how great this niche and genre is still to this day. All right. Now let's get into how to actually create these videos. Now, the first thing you want to do is create the music. So to create the music, there's two softwares that I recommend. The first one is Templaar, and the second one is Suno AI. This is a very popular one, and I think they're actually one of the best ones, but I really like Templaar because there's a few other features that they have that Suno doesn't have that I really like. Also, the pricing is amazing, but let's just go for this one first, and then I'll also show you Suno as well. Now, in terms of, first of all, the pricing structure, it's really not bad. So this is month to month. You can have it for around $13 a month and have amazing content come out of this. So 4-minute generative tracks, which is really good length, because you could just take those 4 minutes, make maybe 5 or 10 of them, and then loop it for the next 3 hours. That's all it is. And 3,000 generative tracks per month is a lot. So basically for $13 a month, you have almost unlimited. The cost to create this stuff is basically null. The only cost you actually have is to hire someone to do this work for you, which, by the way, you can do this whole thing by yourself. You can basically put this into CapCut, do it yourself, loop it over and over again, and then do it for 3, 4, 5-hour videos, post one a day, literally systemize it. And at that point, you basically have a machine that's printing money for you, and you only spend $13 a month. So how do we do this? Basically, coming into here, you want to sign up, set up your account, and then from here, you can actually create, first of all, you can search music and you can find it, or you can even create your own. So we can just go, now we can go into generate, or we can search. So if you click on here, it'll just search for music that they actually have already. If you go generate, then it'll create more for you. And you can even add vocals if you want to have someone singing, right? So basically coming in here, you can also do this as well if you want a specific vibe to it, future bass, cinematic, lo-fi, whatever it is. Like, it already has all these presets for you, which is so cool. And now once you do this, it'll show you your final results. I'm just going to go into some of the stuff I've actually created already. So here's just a quick example of some of the stuff that I've already done. So that is just a sample, and it's created a 2-minute audio clip within 30 seconds. It is so good, indistinguishable from somebody who actually created this lo-fi music with real instruments, right? So now, basically the next thing that you can go to is, I'll actually go back to home, and I'll show you another really cool feature it has, which is the audio generation, all right? This is where you can basically upload an audio clip, right? So you can basically upload your competitors' audios and have the AI recreate it. So now, okay, well, if this has already worked for this channel, why don't I just create something that's very similar and just make my own twist, different images, different style, different genre, but the same style of music, because it's already been proven to work. So now you're just using the AI to kind of recreate with taste the same stuff, because that's the whole concept of YouTube, right? We basically take from other people the concepts and recreate it as our own. That's exactly what this is too. So why create your own music when you could just use something that's already proven to work and recreate it with AI? Now you basically have an unlimited pool of content that you already have proven to work that you can just emulate with style, with class, and then just have your own content, right? So let me show you how this works. You want to go into one of the channels that I showed you before and download one of their songs, okay? So let's just take this SpongeBob channel, for example. If you go to the videos tab and you just choose any video, okay, let's just take this one, bike rides. You want to copy the link address and you want to go to this website here. It's called cobalt.tools. I will leave a link in the description for this. It is like one of the best downloaders. You can literally put in the link to a video. You go to auto, it's just going to download the whole video, or you go to audio, it's just going to download the audio. There's no ads, there's nothing. You just literally click and boom, it's downloaded within seconds. It doesn't ask you for anything. It doesn't do anything. It just goes straight to downloading. One of the easiest tools to download anything. All right. So now we have the audio. We want to go back into this and we can basically upload this audio. So we can go straight through, upload file and download it. Okay. Now that's all you have to do, right? Now that it's loaded, you're just going to go straight in and you're going to see this similar tab. All right. It's going to show you music that's similar to the original. And this is what it's created again within 30 seconds. So super vibey and very, very similar to the original, right? But also very different. It's the same essence, same genre, same style, but it is a unique take on what's already worked. And that's, again, the whole game of YouTube. You want to take what's already working and emulate it for yourself, right? If it's already proven to be successful, don't recreate the wheel. Just do what's already working. So now you can also go to Sonu and do the exact same thing. Just go to create and do the exact same prompts and same structure as you did over there. If you really need support and help in terms of how to actually execute this, you can just ask ChatGPT something simple like something like this. I said, I want to create a lo-fi music for a channel using AI. The vibe is chill back, study music, but SpongeBob theme, so have a bit of the vibe added to it, but keep it chill and relaxing, just whatever prompt, right? Now they're literally going to give you an entire prompt. You can just copy and paste it into Suno and just have it do its exact same thing. So we say instrumental, so we don't do anything else. And then we just let it create, and that's it. It's that simple. Like there's nothing more to it. This Sonos stuff is literally so simple to do, and it just does it within seconds. So let's just see what it sounds like on this software. All right, so we got a whole different vibe on this one, which is super cool. And that's what I love. It's just there's a lot of variation to the AI, and you can continue to modify it too. You can exclude some styles. You can include a different style. You can add so much more. You can make it house, whatever you want. And that's what I love is just the variety and the control that you have over this. And once you fine tune your prompts, you'll be able to get very consistent outputs and just make this process so much easier. So, okay. I've shown you guys basically how to create your music, whether you want to use Templar or you want to use Suno. All right, so now I'm going to show you guys exactly how to create the images that are going to go on your video. If we take a look at this Tranquil channel, we can see it's very, very simple what they're doing here, okay? Now, if you want to copy this and do this for yourself and have a version of this that's inspired from the original, then all you have to do is click on any video. If you have the Next Level tool, by the way, guys, if you don't have the Next Level tool, get it. I'm going to leave the link in the description, even the 20% off discount. It's like $13 a month. It is a game changer. It's how I found all the channels I showed you. And it's also how you can go over here to the menu here and click on download. And you can literally download the thumbnail within seconds. You know, so instead of having to go to a thumbnail downloader, because you also can go there and just go to a thumbnail downloader. And then you can basically just paste the link here. And then it would essentially just download the thumbnail for you. And then you can upload it into the AI. So just upload the image and you can say, so pretty simple. I said, please recreate a scene like this, make it original. I want it to be laid back, relaxing, vibey, and try not to make it look the same. Give it an original setting that is simple, simply inspired by the original. So you can see here, it's obviously gone a lot more moody, darker, which is fine. You can also brighten it up, and it even did like a LED sign with the logo of the channel, which is super cool. And you can now say, keep the LED sign, change it to whatever the name of your channel is. So literally ChatGPT can just create these images for you. It's super, super simple. Now we can actually put it into an AI software to animate it and give it a little bit of life. So now if you want to animate it, you can head over to Kling or you can go to Pixverse. Pixverse is the same thing, much cheaper and also very, very quick. If you want the links also to everything that I mentioned in this video, I'm going to have it linked in my free school community. So if you guys are interested in not just learning about this, but other strategies, how to set up your channel from scratch and everything, I've created a free school community with almost 3,000 members. There's so much value in this program. It's actually ridiculous. I give away a 1-hour course. I give you away a full mini course as well with niches, AI tools, bonus modules, and we also host one free call per week every single Wednesday. And by next week, it's even going to be every single Monday and Wednesday. So 2 free calls a week with me, literally answering every question that you need, every query, auditing everything for you, whatever you need from support. I do this for free. I don't charge $1 for it. So there's no harm in joining because of the value that you get. And if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see all the YouTube content that I post along with the links to everything I mentioned in this video. All right, so now going back, all you have to do is just go to this website. All right, so what I've done is I basically inputted the image here and I've written this text that I actually got off of ChatGPT. I said to animate the image without zooming, panning, or camera motion whatsoever. Just saying add motion to the fireplace, the trees in the background, the gentle water. Basically, it's all it is because I want to put this thing on loop. And if it's looping, I don't want it to be zooming in, zooming out because it's just going to add a lot of jitter and it's not going to feel natural and organic. So basically what I've done is just asked it to animate the image as is. And this is exactly what I got. So as you can see, the fireplace is moving, the water is shimmering. That's all it really is. So now this is a simple video that we can put on loop for 2, 3, 4 hours with the music over top. And now I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. So go ahead and download this. And then from there, you can basically just upload it into CapCut and do it yourself. Now, if you want to download it watermark free, you would have to obviously download it with the subscription, or you can download it watermarked. And what we can do is actually change it a little bit in CapCut to avoid the watermark. But honestly, it's such a cheap subscription. I do recommend just getting the software if you're going to be doing this over and over again and creating this in bulk. All right, so let's talk about how you can actually do this yourself. So option number 1 is very simple. You could do it yourself with CapCut or any basic editor. The second option is to hire someone from Fiverr or Upwork. Like I said, it's so simple. Go to upwork.com, post a job and say, I'm looking for somebody who can basically mass create content for me with systems I have in place with AI, right? So you can basically just make it as broad as you can, just attract a large amount of people. And then you can basically just break it down through a video. You can either send this video to them, or you can break it down in a video and say, hey, this is exactly what I want. I want you to create these images with this AI software and put it all together and loop it for 2 to 8 hours, okay? Now, if you want to do it yourself, it's very simple. So you can just head over to CapCut and I'll show you exactly how to get it done. All right, so once you've opened up a new project, just upload the video and the audio together, and then we'll sync it down in the project. All right, so now that we're here, we can just drag the video and we can also drag the audio right underneath. All right, now what we can do is, as you can see, the video is obviously not as long, so we can literally just copy and paste it over and over and over again. Paste it again over here. Now we can select all these and we can copy and paste that again. And we can continue to essentially just loop this over and over again until we have the entire length of the audio. All right, so now as we can see, now, like I mentioned, there is a watermark at the top right corner. So if you want to get rid of that, you can just click on the scene here and you can just zoom in past it. Now, if you watch, there will literally be no watermark. Now, of course, we won't be able to see the fireplace, so maybe we want to move it a little bit to the left. But now, as you can see, you've gone past the watermark. So that's all it really takes, guys. It's just this loop. It doesn't need much effort. Honestly, the less effort, the better. And not that it should be cheap. You should still obviously put a little bit of work into at least the animation side, creating a unique scene, making it nice. But really, this doesn't require a lot of effort like a normal traditional automation channel would. And so now basically you can just loop this whole thing for 8 hours. I would not recommend doing 2-minute snippet of audio for 8 hours or 2 hours. I would do maybe around like 20 minutes of audio, which means if it's 2-minute clips, I would do around 10 different songs, put them back to back, and then loop that for 2 hours or 4 hours or 8 hours, okay? So that's kind of all it takes for this to get created. Honestly, that's really all it is. So now the next step I want to show you is how to create the titles and the thumbnails, and then just basically put it all together into a monetized channel. And then you guys are off to the races. You can start this channel for yourself literally today. You have the entire roadmap on how to do it. So hopefully this video has been informative and helpful thus far. I've tried to make it as detailed as possible. I like to go deep into this stuff so that you guys fully actually understand why it works and how it works so you can do it for yourself. I don't want you to just have an idea that you can do this. I really just want to show you how to do it yourself and just give as much value as possible. So hopefully you guys are enjoying. If you are, leave a comment below. I do put a lot of work into these videos to make sure you get the maximum amount of value and exposure to what this business actually looks like and how you can make the most amount of money. So if you're enjoying this, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and give it a like. I really appreciate it. So let's move on to the titles and the thumbnails. All right, so now with regards to the titles, there's a very simple strategy for this entire thing. You can essentially do one of two ways, right? The first way is you can just copy and paste this entire prompt, which I've written. It's going to give you really good ideas. I've already kind of had it study a lot of the lo-fi and music channels and give you a prompt like this. You can just literally copy and paste this. I'll have it again in the document, in the school community. It's going to give you 20 unique titles. You can just use those, rinse and repeat through them. Or alternatively, you can go much deeper and you can screenshot the actual video titles that the channel that you're emulating are currently using and then use that as inspiration. Okay, so basically I can just go here and copy these titles and I can go into ChatGPT. I could say analyze these titles and give me 10 more ideas that are just like these. All right, so super simple. You don't have to go crazy. Like AI can do an incredible job at analyzing and really identifying all the power words and all the consistencies that it finds that they're using in all the videos that are performing, right? So simple enough, you can literally, this is going to be the exact same structure as this channel that you can again then take and just create for yourself. Now, that's all it really takes, all right? Now for the last one, it's going to be for the thumbnails. And for the thumbnails, it's the exact same thing. You can just go in, same way we created the images, you can even go in and actually take a screenshot of all these images again, put them into ChatGPT and say, I want you to create an original thumbnail inspired by what you've seen on this image that I've just inputted. It's so simple. So guys, this is probably one of the least amount of friction and highest return niches and probably just projects in general that you can do with YouTube that can yield incredible results. But just know, I don't think that this will work nearly as good or at all if you're not operating on a pre-monetized channel. So if you are interested in getting one, again, join the free school community, send me a message, just message me from here and I will get back to you and you just have to let me know you're interested in a channel and I'll connect you and we'll get you set up, all right? So very simple. If you want to do this, I 100% recommend you do this with a pre-monetized channel. Also, if you don't want to do this whole thing alone, which you don't have to, honestly, many of you want to try us out. I've given away so much value. You can literally do this on your own. I'm honestly even restricting the flow of people that are willing to work with me because I give away so much value for free, which I'm completely fine with. If you can go off and do this and be successful, I'm extremely happy for you. That's why I make these videos. But if you don't want to inevitably run into some potholes and hit a wall here and there and just want to expedite the timeline of you succeeding, then we can also work together, right? Because I've worked with hundreds of people and I have living proof with hundreds of testimonies from the people I've worked with that have done incredibly well. We've scaled people to $20, $30, $40, and $50,000 a month. And many people around like the $2,000 to $4,000 to $5,000 a month, like many of those people. And they have all done it with the least amount of friction possible because again, you will have a clear roadmap. You will have structure and system, and you will also have accountability because what I do is I don't just give you direction. I also guide you. I hold you accountable and I give you a playbook. So you know exactly what you're doing on a week-to-week, month-to-month basis. And that is so incredibly important because many people fail in business for one simple reason. They just don't have a single clue what to do. And they don't have the confidence and reassurance in all the decisions that they make. That's what I'm here for, is just to give you that confidence, to give you the vision, and also help you understand what's the best order of operations to help you make the highest leverage activities in your business. So if you're interested in working with me personally, it is a 4-figure investment. I'll be very transparent. I don't waste my time with people who are not interested in investing in themselves. And also because I guarantee the entire investment. If you work with me for 6 months, you don't make it all back within the revenue of the channel, I will be more than happy to give it back to you. So with that, obviously we do charge a little bit of money to work with us. And we also do filter out the people we work with just because honestly, I don't want to work with everyone. I want to only work with people that are determined to win and make the most amount of money. So there'll be a link in the description if you want to book a direct call with me. Otherwise, if you want to get to know me a little bit more, just join my free community, consume my free content. And then from there, if you truly feel like I'm the person that you want to be in your corner to work with you, then I'm happy to get on a call with you. We could discuss the idea of us working together. I'll see you guys in the next video.